Hi, I'm Harley.
And I'm Steven, the cameraman. And this is Montana Outdoor Labs.
But first, we gotta boot the car. Now that the car's out of the way, let's get the shop set up. Step 1, setting up the pellets. Saturdays and Sundays are typically our best days to complete anything here at the lab. With daily jobs tying up the weekdays, we have a very limited window on when we can actually get the build. Here at the channel, we are exploring the primitive ways that our ancestors before us used as methods to irrigate, grow, and create a system of diversity with vegetables, herbs, and flowers and find ways to amend these clay grounds. If you like this type of content, like and subscribe to the channel for updates and new videos. Also, drop us a message on how we can improve. We are new to this and we just want to hear what you think the channel could use. Sorry for the audio and the voiceover I'm doing. We're still getting some equipment too. And now, back to the video. Now that we actually got the shop set up, let's actually talk a little bit more about what we're actually planning on doing today. Today, we plan on actually building in something of my idea of a compost bin of this idea.
All right.
This is just a pallet, but in my idea, I think this will actually be a decent size, and we will have enough airflow going through it where we can actually still not worry about it actually becoming a fire.
Instant combustion is not a good thing.
No, neither is having a freaking compost fire. Okay?
Yeah, no, we're good on that.
Anywho,
Yeah.
in order to do this, we're going to need a couple of tools. From here, we're going to need the essentials: a saw, a square, obviously a pencil, maybe some gloves depending on the condition of the wood that you're using. Always make sure that you're wearing your safety glasses. We're going to be using 1 3/8" sinker nails, a hammer, and always make sure that you're always using a tape measure.
Whoa.
All right, so first step, we're going to want to measure out our boards, and what we want to do here is we want to set that measurement to 2'8". Only because what we're referencing to is the pallet that we showed earlier. And now that I got a couple of measurements with that tape, I'm going to take my square here, line up both my marks that I just kind of made here, which is going to be these two little notches that I made at 2'8", and then just real fast. There we go. Now that we actually have this set up, let's go set up the electricity. Oh, don't worry, Steven, you'll get more flow. We'll get you unrigid one of these days.
Hey, I'm as fluidic as oil at this point. Shall I stop recording?
No, we're just gonna keep that thing on from now on.
Gotcha.
We are missing content.
True. Gotta get all them good jokes in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who's your good puppy dog? That's a dirty good. God, I need some freaking pop. I need caffeine again. Alright, He-Man, do you have the power?
Yeah, we're slowly getting there.
Hey!
Ooh.
Sweet.
Stay. And if you want to grab me at the saw there.
I don't like how this kind of keeps shutting off on this side.
It's only for a minute. You can always go into the settings and actually update it or
Gotcha.
make it better. Now that we actually have our, since we already made our measurement and we already made our mark, we're going to proceed and cut it. Now, a good thing to always note here is that when you actually are done making your mark, this side of the field, on this side of the mark, is what we want to keep. This side, however, is what we want to cut into. So always make sure when you're done marking something out, you always cut on the opposite side of your mark. All right, then I got safety on. That's turned on, and I'm not even set that far deep. That's what happens when you come out to the workshop. Not there for a week. Come back. Oh, hey. That's new. And repeat the same process if you have enough wood. Here, I'll just do 2'8" again. Get to the other side of my board. Get this all nice and cut up. All right. And we'll repeat the process. After you get your material set up, this is kind of what you would have afterwards. First thing that we need to do is actually lay out our material, and right now I have the hiccups, I apologize. And also take some of our boards and lay them out true to size.
Now, how many boards will we need for one side, Harley?
So for one side, we're going to need about seven to eight. And just for right now, if you just want to lay one board on that side, we're just going to build up the frame. And that's fine. Let me find that square of mine. Oh. And what we're doing right now is actually we're trying to square up the frame, make sure that it's actually in the squarest position possible when we actually start to nail this off. So from here, what we want to first start doing is actually making sure that we actually have our corner nice and squared off first. So when we initially nail this off, we're starting off with a nice, solid, true corner. And now I'm just going to give it a couple of taps here. Make sure that I'm still straight and flush. And I'm still looking nice and tight. All perfect. And now we'll move over to this corner and we'll set this corner up nice and true. And the reason why I'm using a square is because down here, it's actually, when a square is made, and if you get the metal ones, these square bottom feet are supposedly actually made square true. So by using this dimension, I should theoretically actually get something that is pretty true to square. And get some more nails here. A good thing to kind of keep in mind also is to keep a little bit of pressure on what you're working so you don't lose your mark. And just real fast, because I've been kind of bouncing things around, make sure that this is nice and square. Get my hammer free. Set that nail. And I kind of noticed that I moved here a little bit. So we'll just make that nice and true and then give this a first swing. Well, perfect. Now that we actually have this side of the frame actually built, we can actually now move over to this side of the frame and actually get this nice and squared up as well. And now that that's all built, let's go transition outside to where we're going to be building today. The challenge today with the garden is that we're also trying to incorporate not only the compost bin, but also a way to actually mitigate soil erosion and be able to establish the roots. I previously dug this hole so that therefore I can actually have my compost bin set far enough away from any kind of building just in case there is actually what is known as a compost fire. Now, we're going to take most of the mitigation and safety out of this by actually keeping it shaded, hence why we built this bin today. So let's go ahead and actually get this all kind of assembled for you guys and show you the end result of how to actually build up your compost and get your compost going the right way. I built it too tall.
Said no woman ever.
Yeah, I still gotta sink those down and they're not even in the right spot. I exaggerated my hole. All right, let's actually get this thing into the hole. It's also getting a little hot here in the afternoon, so time to get down and finish up the day. Yay! I don't really have time to build this, so. All right, cool. From here, we're actually just gonna start off with a small layer of this decayed stuff down at the bottom of the base layer of our hole. And I'd say probably roughly about an inch, 2 inches of material. Kind of starting to, if it still has moisture, then that's good. I'll get some of this dry stuff kind of packed down. And I kind of lied there, so about 6 inches about refuse, decently kind of evened out. Now we're gonna grab some of this dirt and put on just a very small layer of dirt, probably about an inch worth. Oh, perfect. And now we just keep recycling the process. And then if you want to put it right here, now that we have our compost bin actually set up and with those layers, we'll come back tomorrow and actually check on it, see if there's any been progress. While we're talking right now, microbes are actually doing a huge thing for us and breaking down some of that old leafage. Those layers of dirt that we actually put into the middle are now soaking up those nutrients. So by this process, I should be actually getting renutriated soil that I can use for the top of my beds. Cut. That wraps up the day for us. I'm Harley. This is Steven. Please hit that like and follow button for future content. We'll see you next time. Bye now.